Guys, this is our first BLEMARX Mastermind, and today our goal is to touch on personal branding and business, and it's something that a lot of people are curious, and I know a lot of you guys have business, or you guys want to start businesses, want to post content, or want to learn about the fundamentals of businesses and how it goes. And I have a lot of experience in personal branding. We have Mr. Unique,
Mr. Unique
Hamlet,
right here.
You guys have experience in business, so we're gonna share our experiences and wisdom in those topics. And one thing I'm gonna say about personal branding is that this also applies to business, and also most everything in life actually, is that you need to know who you are as a person. Because if you know who you are, where you stand in life, you're not going to be able to set a direction to understand, okay, where am I going to go? What are my skills? Like, just what's like my strengths, weaknesses? When you know who you are, then you can set that direction, that GPS location, then you can go. And the path just illuminates as you walk, right? So how does that connect to business?
So business, guys, business, if you ask me, I've been doing this since 2008. What are the two words that really lead to success in any business? It's value and connections. What do I mean by that? Value, you need to know your value before you present it to your clients. Because why is someone going to go to you, whether you're a personal trainer, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're selling something with computers, whether you're an auto body guy? It's because you bring more value than the next guy. I saw this quote. It was by Andrew Tate. He goes, the money you want is in someone else's pocket. It's just up to you to show them that the value of that, let's say, $100 bill is more valuable in your pocket than theirs.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So how can you give value when you don't know your own worth?
That's what it has to be an internal thing. First, you got to build yourself, get more knowledge on your trade, go to events. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're in LA or you're in New York or Miami. There's people like-minded like you. All you got to do is go on the internet, join a little group, meet some people, shake some hands. Hey, my name is Hamlet. I'm an auto body. I'd like to learn. Or go to some different businesses. Go to your competitors. I'm friends with everybody in my industry. Because when I was starting out, I went to them, hey, I'm Hamlet. I'm from Toronto. I want to open up a body shop in LA. This is before I had a body shop. How was your experience in LA? How was your experience owning a shop? Back then, now, where do you guys see yourself going in the future? So this is how I learned, because I didn't grow up here. So I had no experience about how LA works. So I had to go shake some hands and meet some people face to face and see their journey. And in understanding their journey, I got little bits and pieces there, plus all the hard work that I had done since 2008. I combined my knowledge with the market, situation, and that's how Unique Auto Collision started. Unique Auto Collision didn't start like this year. It started before I even had Unique Auto Collision, in building the sauce and understanding my craft. But when I came here, I had to do a situational analysis and understand, okay, what's the market here? Meet some people, make those connections, and with those connections, I'll understand how to present my value. But I had to know my value first. And so that's number one.
And he had to know himself, his strengths, his weaknesses. I'm sure you did.
That's with everything. 100%. 100. Even with let's say dating. I'm tied this back to dating because everybody can compare it to that. Let's say as a male, right? Or as a girl, doesn't matter. But we're going to say this for the men out there. You're talking to a female. Too many times guys nowadays are trying to sell themselves this, that. Listen, if you're Drake, if you're Chris Brown, you really think you're going to be selling yourself to a girl like that? You're going to say a few words here and there. But that's about it. She's going to be the one offering you the number. And not every girl is going to fly to you like that. And that's fine. You don't have to talk to every girl. There's a saying, one bird in the hand is worth 10 in the bush. We're not looking for quantity. We're looking for quality out here. Whether it comes to clients, whether it comes to relationships, whether it comes to work life, whether it comes to personal life. But in order to get that quality, you have to be so confident in yourself. And this isn't fake confidence. This is really putting in the work, whether it's the workouts at the gym, whether it's learning your craft, whether it's, working hard in your business, whatever it is. Put in the work, so now you already know. Like, when I go to the gym and I work out really hard and I look myself in the mirror and I see the results, it's not only the feeling of looking good, but it's, hey, I know I have to do 2 hours of strength training to look that good. So that's what builds that confidence in myself. And once I have that rapport in myself, I don't really care who thinks what. And I don't mean to say that in a distasteful way. I'm saying that in the most respectable way possible. Because in my mind, whether it's with work or in business, I present myself in such an articulate way that if you don't see my value, no disrespect, but I feel like you're blind. And if you walk with that level of confidence, all the successful people in this world, from, Donald Trump, President of the United States, all these major actors, Chris Brown, all these singers, Chris Brown, Drake, all these people, they walk life with that certain conviction, that confidence, and knowing that, hey, I'm the shit. You know what I mean? I don't mean to say it in a rude way. Jim Carrey, one of the best comedic actors since the inception of Hollywood. He's actually from where I'm from. He's from Canada. And he used to always say, I knew I had the sauce. I knew I was a funny guy, even though everybody didn't laugh at my jokes. But I knew one day I'm going to move to Hollywood, I'm going to do a movie, and I'm going to become a millionaire. And he did just that. Dumb and Dumber and Dumb and Dumber 2. I'm sure a lot of you people know that movie.
You know what you're sharing basically here? As you said, you got to know who you are, you know your worth, and then it becomes easy to, one, show it. It becomes easy to know where you want to go, because he wasn't from here, I wasn't from here. When you start learning about yourself, where you're coming from, you can start connecting dots. And remember, like we said, like everything connects. This piece of wood, I can connect it to anything because I have experiences in different aspects of life. I can connect it to dating, to business. Anything can be connected if you're just observant, one, and if you're aware of yourself and if you know yourself.
And look how naturally he does it, because it's in him, it's not on him. You get what I'm saying?
You've ingrained yourself, it's in your mind now.
And I think a lot of that comes out to, you know, you just constantly have to work on your craft to the point where it's second nature. Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant said, has a really good quote. He goes, I didn't work my hardest on game day. I didn't work my hardest in the fun. He goes, I worked my hardest in practice. Game day was easy for me. Game day was nice. It was just, the refreshments. It was the easiest thing in the world for me. The hardest was practice. So look, step number 1, hit the gym. Metaphorically, it doesn't have to be an actual gym. It could be put in the work. Yeah. And then when game day comes, when it's your day to present, you've worked so hard in that gym that it's just like a walk in the park. Like when it comes time for me to, let's say when I'm dealing with a difficult client or dealing with a difficult insurance company, it's a walk in the park for me, because I worked on my craft so much. I took out all the variables of not understanding my craft, I took all those out by perfecting everything. Nobody's perfect, but by putting in the most amount of hours that I physically can. So now everything else, it's a walk in the park, because I took all the variables out. All the question marks are gone. So take the variables out, work internally first, and the external world will be a cinch.
And exactly, that also leads to one thing I'm going to say, authenticity, and also being okay with being rejected, with being, getting negative, reactions, feedback from people, which is, if you know yourself, you can take it in a constructive way. You can say, you know what, I did this sales call, maybe my tonality wasn't the best. It was maybe I was weak, I just didn't land properly, but you know what, this person didn't say it from a sense of hate, he said it from a sense of growth. So you got to be able to understand, okay, does this person say it just to put me down, or he says it to elevate me, right? And this is what, when it comes like the truth about knowing yourself, is that nothing should phase your internal confidence. Like me fumbling an approach to a girl, whether it's a yes or a no, doesn't matter. Who cares, right? If anything external has the power to change your internal world, your internal confidence, you're in a weak position. If a girl makes me so happy and so joyful, it has the equal force of making me sad and depressed. So you got to understand that. But when you know yourself and you come from a state of authenticity, it doesn't matter. You don't get phased. If someone says, oh, the way you're dressing, it's ugly. The way you're talking is bad. The way you're, presenting yourself, like maybe like your hairstyle, this, it's bad. Doesn't matter. I am confident with this. The external feedback doesn't matter. And one thing I'm going to say is that no matter what you're going to do, there's going to be rejections. There's going to be failures.
And that's fine.
That is fine. But you need to understand, okay, if I want this certain result, I have to go through these bumps, because one, it teaches me, do I have what it takes? It's a test for yourself. Do I have the skin to build myself to go through these ups and downs, that when I come on the other side, I'm like, you know what? I got this money, I got this girl, I got this car, but when I look at the person from the past, I became a completely different person. That's in my opinion, that's the actual reward that I want, because when you look at the difference, all the ups and downs that he went as a person, you're like, okay, wow, now this was worth it. The money, everything else, okay, that's cool. But the person that I became, that's the price.
And you can't dilute your internal authenticity because of some external comment or whatever. Just like me, for example, right? With my business, some people might not agree or might not like the way I do my reels, and that's fine. I'm not looking to do business with those people. I'm looking to do business with the people that want to be on this ship, that want to be part of the unique team, people that see the value. Donald Trump had a really good quote. It's the guy that's willing to walk away from the negotiation that's going to win that negotiation. Absolutely. And that's with personal life too. If I'm talking to a female and, she's into some different type of stuff, that's cool. All due respect, let her go find what she wants. I'm not going to change myself just to get, somebody else's validation. And another reason for that is because I know there's somebody else out there that really likes that unique sauce.
Exactly.
That, you know, when they see Mr. Unique, they're head over heels. If I tell her jump, she ain't going to ask, why should I? She's just going to say, how high, baby? So that's, you know, whether it's in dating or whether it's in business, that's the type of people you want in your circles. People who aren't going to go against the grain with you.
Exactly.
People that want to be on your team willingly. And you'll never meet those people if you keep messing with the people that you always have to be explaining yourself, searching for validation, justifying yourself. If you know you got the sauce, why are you justifying yourself?
Yeah.
You have no reason to justify yourself. If you know that, hey, I got the sauce, I put in the work at the gym, I put in the work in the library, I knocked on all those doors, I read all those books, I did all those push-ups, then what reason do you have to validate yourself in front of someone? If they can't see your value, then quite frankly, and I say this in the most respectful way possible, they're blind, and you know, they don't even deserve your value. Let them go mess around with the other people in the mud. We're shooting for the stars over here. That's what we're going for.
You know what that means, guys? He says it's okay to be polarizing. Like, there's going to be some people that regardless, they may like you, they may not like you, but if you actually are yourself and you put your actual desires and your wants and your values and your mission and your goals outside, there's going to be people that are going to make fun of you. There's going to be people that are going to say, that's stupid. They're going to say negative things about you. Like, he may have some people that are saying negative things about his business, but doesn't matter. Yes, people that are actually supporting him full, like 100%. And it's the same thing that we're here. Like, I posted certain things. You guys are like, you know what? Like, I like this guy. I like what he says. Maybe not everything, maybe something, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, but it doesn't matter. You like something, and now we are here. But that same thing also causes a lot of negative reactions. People are like, oh, this guy just doesn't know what he says. So that polarity is going to be there. But if I'm being neutral, I might just be the guy, okay, like this guy may be posting some content. He may go viral here and there, but what type of impact does he have? Or he may be posting business content. He may be like another, collision, business or whatever. But if he doesn't have that polarity, the way he talks for his business, the way he markets his product, people are not going to know about him. But the way he does it now, like, okay, it may cause some negative reactions, but you know what? They have like so many diehard guys like, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm going to go to Mr. Unique.
Guys, look, I always said this, and I'm not saying no disrespect to the homeless community out there, but I've never seen somebody hate on a homeless person, right? Think of the most famous person in your field, right? Whether it's singers, Drake, Chris Brown, whether it's someone in business, Donald Trump, whether it's whoever it is. The most successful people have the most haters. Have you noticed that? The most successful people have the most haters. So when I start seeing people leave negative comments, I'm like, damn, I must be doing something right. Now I know I'm doing the right thing. Because before there was sometimes I'm like, I need more haters. Like, if you got some haters, bro, shoot them my way, bro. I need some more. Because that's how I know I'm doing the right thing. Mm-hmm. And same thing I'm telling everybody in this room right now. Like, literally, if they're hating on you, people always hate up. They never hate down. And I'm not saying this in a arrogant way or anything. But if someone's beneath you, and again, I'm not saying this in an arrogant way, there's no reason to hate on them. So if they're hating on you, it must mean they're looking up. Hate comes from below. So I'm just throwing it out there. It means you're doing something right. But most importantly, and this is from this side or that side, don't let external influences dilute your internal authenticity.
Absolutely.
Because it's that internal authenticity that gave you that sauce to begin with. That's what got you on the stage.
That's who you are.
That's who you are. So don't throw that away just to make that other crowd happy. And I guarantee you, if you keep sticking with it and being authentic consistently, you're going to attract the type of people that you want in your circle without even having to push it in their face. They'll come to you.
Absolutely.
They'll come to you.
I would say like authenticity is your superpower, because if you are actually able to be your true self and you express your true desires and your true goals and your vision, people are going to resonate with you, and that's where you're able to actually make that difference, right? Let's just say if it's dating, if I'm leading with external things, I'm not going to be able to have the same effect if I'm leading but who I am. Like, money is replaceable. There's guys with more money, there's guys with more muscles, way better outfits. External things are always replaceable. But if I'm leading with who I am, whether in dating, whether in business, whether in content, there's only one of me. Like, sure, there's going to be polarity, there's going to be hate, love, but I'm not replaceable. That's how I make myself different. Dating, business, life, be you, embrace you, but doesn't mean be complacent. Every day work on yourself and understand, okay, there is a different version of me that's out there that I know if I just, put in the work and I understand, okay, I have to be maintaining my true self, but also understand there is growth to be made in anything. You're just gonna see how much growth you can see, like in every single aspect of your life. By the time 5 years goes by, 10 years goes by, you're going to be like, this was me in 15, 20, 25. You're like, you know what? Outside of all the success that I got, I love the person that I became. And that's where I want you guys to be. That's the most beautiful part.
Document the journey, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody has a cell phone. Whether it's your fitness journey, whether it's your business journey. I remember when I was broke, I would screenshot my damn bank account just to tell myself I might be in overdraft today, but tomorrow's a new day. And one day I'm going to look back at these days. And when I was those nights where I was working till 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, I want to get a haircut for like a month. I was just on grind mode. And I would take little selfies, and now I look back at those scruffy days, I'm like, damn, man, I really was about my business. Thanks. And nowadays when I get to look cute and make these videos, I feel good because I remember where I came from. I remember those sleepless nights. I remember knocking on all those doors to get new clients to the point where my knuckles were goddamn getting bruised. You know what I mean? You want to remember. You want to document your journey. And now that we're putting this sauce on film, we have all that documentation from back in the day to show people, to show them our journey. You know what I mean? To say that, hey, we ain't just some you're not just some podcaster. Let's say Arin. You're not some podcaster in Miami that just started doing this yesterday. Arin has a story. Mr. Unique has a story. Everybody in this room has a story. Yeah. And that's the number one way of connecting with people. Tell them your story. And then you can show the sauce and the product and all that stuff is secondary. Check out my Instagram videos. None of my videos have me fixing cars. None of them have me painting cars. It's all about me on a human level.
Yeah.
And that's why people gravitate towards Unique, because we're just different. And this applies to any business. Instead of telling them you're the best real estate agent, you know how to sell houses, or you're the best computer guy, tell them why you're the best guy as a human. Because in today's business, today's day and age, everything's about money, and the personal connections have become diluted. And that goes with everything. Like, we did that dating. You know how many clients I got from that dating video? I'm not even talking about cars. You know how many clients I got from that dating video? And a lot of people hated it. But you know what? Me, I don't look at the likes. I don't look at the views. You want to know the real reason why I did that dating video?
To show the real people.
To show people the real Mr. Unique. Yeah. And you want to know the real thing? We were having fun doing it. We were just being ourselves, expressing ourselves, talking about stuff that we haven't put on our Instagrams. If we're talking about stuff that nobody has talked about online because they're too shy, and you know what? We're going to throw it out there.
But it moves people. People talk about this. Hey, bro, I remember today.
300 shares.
We were in this room. The moment I said dating, everybody was like paying attention, right? It's something that people resonate.
Everybody connects with.
Like love, relationships, it's something that people like genuinely care about. So if you are able to connect that to business, to whatever you're doing, to fitness, I'm telling you, a lot of the reason people get fit, why? They want to get girls. Why you want to get rich? Girls, vibe. I don't know why, but most of the times that's the
freedom.
reason.
Freedom.
Exactly, right? But like a lot of
freedom to choose your spouse. Now you're dating from a different.
You want to have options.
Options,
right?
100%.
So that's why, like, when you're able to like do that, it's like, okay, now it makes sense. When you're hitting those pain points.
100%. And I always say this: you got to get them in the door first. You could have the best kitchen and the best meal, but if they're not in the house, they're not in the door. They'll never know. Get them in the door, then you can talk to them, have a little chat at the living room, and say, "All right, come in the kitchen. Now I'm gonna show you what I can really cook." Boom. It's all about getting them in the door. Sometimes I'll say some wild stuff on Instagram, and it's just to grab people's attention. It might even be controversial stuff, but I say it to grab their attention, open their ear to what I'm saying, so they stay on the video. Then I start talking about the sauce. And not every video is about the sauce. Sometimes I just want you to see my page a few times.
Visibility.
Send it to your friends and stuff. Like, hey, what's this guy? He's a car page. He's not even talking about cars. Yeah, that's what I want you to think. That's what I want you to think.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Send it to your friends without following me. No problem. That's what helps the algorithm. And then now when you guys get an accident, goddamn, let me call that car guy. Like, I might not like him, but he knows a thing or two about what he's saying.
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you one thing Suge Knight said. Suge Knight goes, there's two types of people in the world. There's the people that people respect, and there's the people that people like. The people that people like, you walk into a restaurant, it's all love. Hey, what's up? How you been? Long time no see. Hugs and kisses. And then you go, hey, yo, let's do some business. Yeah, it's cool. We'll talk about that later. Let's go grab some drinks. Let's do some shots. Don't be the people that people like. You want to be likable, but don't focus on the likes. Be the person people respect. The person people respect, he walks into the restaurant like, man, here comes Arin, bro, this podcaster, dude. Or here comes Mr. Unique. Oh, man, this guy, what does he think? He's a character online. But you go, hey, guys, what's up? Hey, they stand up to shake your hand. Hey, how's it going, brother? I'm Hamlet or whatever, nice. Yeah. How's it going, Arin? Hey,
respect over everything.
Respect over everything. Yeah. I'll take respect over likes any day. And if I say, hey, let's say, I don't know, whatever they're doing, let's just do some business. Yeah, no problem. You want to go outside the restaurant? We can talk about it right now. Grab my number. When people respect you, it carries more weight and commitment than when people just like you. You know what I mean? And people respect you for different things, but one thing that's fluid across the board with respect is authenticity.
Absolutely.
A lot of people might not agree with what I say online. A lot of people might not like what I say online. But people respect me because I'm willing to be myself.
You're being real.
Regardless of the likes, regardless of the views. Because I'm willing to be myself, even the person who's my hater or whatever, for example, they still respect me because they're like, damn, that guy has the balls to get in front of a camera and do what he wants to do every day and be who he wants to be.
So what that means?
Have some balls. That's what I mean.
And also embrace your authentic self. And one thing I would say, just to top things off, no matter what you're doing, there's going to be phases in your life that there's going to be ups and downs. But there may be people that are rewarding you for your authenticity. They may support you. They may not. But there is only one person that in this life that you have that's every day with you. That's you, your internal world.
The guy in front of the mirror every day.
Exactly. So the bare minimum thing that you can do is to just have that person support you. Don't let that person be the negative part, because there's a lot of people that they may have external friends, they may have external support, but they themselves within, they're their biggest enemy. So I rather be the biggest supporter within with myself. Internally, I support myself through the thick and thin, but even if there's some people say things externally, that doesn't matter. But through thick and thin, just know, be by your side, you. Because if you're gone, everything is finished. No matter your friends, family, girlfriend, if those people are supporting you, that's it. That doesn't matter. But if you're not supporting yourself, it's game over.
What's
so
one
be your
thing?
Best supporter.
One thing no one can take away from you. They could take your girl. They can take your money.
Yeah.
They could take your family, God forbid. But they can never take your soul. They can never take you on the inside. So if you got that built up to the point where you got to get it built up to, no matter where in the world you're at, whether you're sleeping on the street or sleeping in a jail cell or somewhere in between, you can still wake up and tell yourself, I still got it. Even though everything took everything away, whatever, I can still wake up tomorrow and do it all over again because I'm me.
Absolutely.
No one can take that.
Nobody.
They can even take away your education, like your license, your degree, whatever.
You have
but they
this
can't take away what's in here. You know what I mean?
Guys.
And with that, just look, with that, that's the biggest weapon in the world. You can do anything with that. In any fight, look, any given Sunday, Al Pacino, he said, in any fight, it's not the strongest guy who's willing to win. It's the guy that believes the most he's willing to win. Because that guy, no matter how many punches he takes to the face, he's going to get back up.
Impossible to beat. Show up every day.
It's not the most muscly guy. It's the guy with the heart. The guy that's willing to leave it all in there. The guy that's willing to die until he gets what he wants. That guy will win. Because he'll take every punch to the face and he'll come back and keep fighting. And eventually he's going to get that one lucky shot. And the other guy is going to be like, I'm not willing to lose my life over a boxing match.
So much wisdom here, man. So much
Al
wisdom.
Pacino.
Like, if you just really apply this, I promise you, the small bits, if you just apply day to day, I promise you there's going to be so many things changing.
I'm going to say one thing for everybody. When you wake up tomorrow, regardless how you feel, look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to have a good day today. That's what I do every morning. I completely change my mind. I look myself in the mirror, no matter what happened the day before, I look myself and I'm saying, I'm going to have a great day today. I'm going to do everything I want. These are affirmations. You got to tell yourself. This is real. It might sound a little
supporter,
corny,
man. You're a best
but
supporter.
I'm telling you, do it for 30 days. You want to call it corny? Call it corny. Do it for 30 days and then come back and tell me the results. Look yourself in the mirror every day and say, I'm going to have a great day today. I'm going to look my best. I'm going to talk my best. I'm going to do my best. Whatever I accomplish today, it's going to be the best of the best that I've done in my life. And I'm having an amazing time doing it. Tell yourself that every single day for 30 days, watch your life change.
Guys, this is the perfect way to wrap it up. Like, just implement what we said day to day, bit by bit. I'm telling you, whether it's business, personal branding, relationships, it's going to have that positive impact. And this is the perfect way to wrap it up. BLEMARX Mastermind, first one done. Many more to come. Obviously, we had some flaws, but we're going to come back better and stronger next time. And I appreciate you for being here, Hamlet. Thanks for dropping the wisdom.
Join the community, guys. Like-minded individuals who want to help us all level up. We're going to be doing events. We're going to be doing multiple masterminds.
Yes.
Join the community, guys. There's a bunch of like-minded people like us. We help keep each other accountable. It's some stuff that's going to change your life. And come to the next event we're hosting too.
Of course. That's it.